Hi everyone, my name is Angelina Kwan and welcome back to this AMC series. So I'll continue on with the introduction which I did on the last video, and let me share my screen. So I'll continue the introduction to AOPS. So as you can see, I introduced the resources section last time, and there's even more. So for example, there's a alchemist section. So the alchemist, how it works is that you could play, and it's not really a game because there's math problems, and if you solve them, for example, this one, um, so we see pi is 3.14, so that goes into this category. So the answer is 2. So you submit it, tells you correct way to go, and then gives you some XP and bumps you up and gives you a harder problem. And you click next problem and can continue practicing. So that's how the alchemist works. And then there are also AMC videos. So how the AMC videos works is that the founder, which is Mr. Uh, the founder, Richard Rusek, he created a lot of videos on how to do these competitions and on the questions as well. And I've watched them and they were really helpful. So if you don't want to take the class, but you think uh, you might want to get more involved in the AMC and look at the videos and practice the AMC in the AOPS wiki and the practice contest, that's fine as well. And there's also a for the win section, and it's also a game like the Alchemist, but this also has a time limit on it. So how it works is that I cannot spectate this, but how it works is that if you have some friends who you want to play with, so this is a game with problems, and the problems are often pretty easy to solve, and you put a time limit on. So, for example, see number of players. If you just want to play by yourself, that's fine as well. But if you want to play with a friend and compete, that's also really fun. And then you choose the number of problems, and then the seconds per problem, and the problems, like I said, were really easy to solve. So 45 seconds is probably going to be enough, or 60 seconds depending on your ability. And then the scoring method, there's also ranking time responses, so how fast you respond, the number of correct answers, like that. And there's also rated. So the interesting part about this is there's kind of a leaderboard. So if you go on this leaderboard, you see all of these people who have gotten who have been playing this for a while and has gotten really high scores. And honestly, those people are just fantastic and phenomenal at these. And sometimes if you play, you could see some of these leaders and problem solvers, and I've actually competed with some of them, and it was just I was crushed. Um, and so this is also a really good resource for you to practice. And another special thing about AOPS is that it's in Latex. So what Latex is that it's a coding language. And for example, if I put hello, nothing's gonna work because this is not really in Latex. But if you put it like this, you see the color change. This is also not Latex grammar, but when you put this, different symbols give you different effects. So like, for example, the percent symbol, if I remember correctly, is the underline symbol, but I may be wrong, so you better check yourself, check on that and correct me if you want. And so that's the Latex, and there's also other resources like the AMC math counts, and there's also other contests. So for example, there are math meets, and there are contests that the AOPS partner with. And so The AOPS website also sell books, and I can promise you those books are gonna be helpful. And I actually have around 10 of them in my house, and they are, for example, I have this one, and so it gives you a lot of problems and it teaches you a lot of concepts, just like the classes. So if you don't think you want to take a class, this will also be a really good resource for you. And there's also a community. So if you go on the forums, you can see that you can ask questions, people will answer you. And for example, if you go on middle school math, see someone ask a question here and asking for help. It's a very nice way to do this problem. And then there are people answering and even someone coding in Java, I believe. And or actually this is Python. I'm sorry. But this community can also help you out if you're stuck on a problem. Go ahead and ask and they'll help you. And so this is a really good AMC resource which you can use. And there are also some other AMC websites out there. For example, if you just search AMC Resources, you see even the Mathematical MAA Association of America provide you with AMC resources. And you see there's a lot of other organizations who do this, but like I said, the AOPS is probably the most comprehensive, and it is the most prestige. I guess a lot of student leaders have succeeded from the AOPS, and a lot of my friends who've used this has qualified for the AME or USIMO, or myself, I use this, and this is the only resource I used, and it helped me get into the AME. So this is going to work for some of you. And if you go on the MAA website, there's also other math resources. So you can see competitions, and then there's the student resources section, and this is page not found, but there was a lot of there were another page on student resources, and they had different YouTube videos or organizations who've done the AMC preparation that come in and talk about this. And so the AMC is a really good competition to get yourself involved in if you have a lot of free time and you want to spend your time wisely and not just staying at home playing video games. Of course, that's an option to do too. Everyone likes playing games, but if you want to find an extracurricular to do, this is probably somewhere to go. Thank you for watching, and I'll start with problems and start explaining different concepts in the following videos. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next video.